door, it wouldn't budge. Then, I remembered something I had read in one of my favorite books. In the book, the hero accidentally drives off a bridge. His car sinks underwater. The water pressure is too strong for him to escape. He has to wait until the car goes completely under. Before long, the water had covered our plane. I pushed with all of my strength, and the door opened. Isn't reading amazing? I took a deep breath. Then I grabbed Benjamin's paw and hurled myself out into the water. It was freezing. I started swimming. The water was darker than my mouse hole at midnight. I couldn't see my own fur in front of my face, but I could see bubbles. They were coming from my mouth. I followed them up to the surface. We made it! I spluttered, giving Benjamin a hug. And Trap popped up next to me, but there was no sign of Bouncer. I looked around and spotted a small island not too far away. We swam to shore. Then we collapsed onto the sand. Water dripped down my whiskers. I was so tired I couldn't move. That was a good thing, because I wanted to strangle my sister for bringing me on this nightmare vacation! Nothing can stop the Stilton family! The sun was about to rise. I was feeling hopeful. Then I heard someone sobbing. It was Trap. What if we're trapped here forever? He moaned. I'll never go to another mouse ball game again. I'll never see my friends. I'll never eat another cheddar melt at the all-you-can-eat cheese palace. Did I mention my cousin loves to eat? And eat. And eat. Thea rolled her eyes.
Get a grip, Trap,
she squeaked.
We Stiltons never give up.
Benjamin smiled.
Aunt Thea's right, Cousin Trap.
He nodded.
Nothing can stop the Stilton family.
With a sigh, Trap got a grip on himself. Then we twisted our tails together and shouted, Nothing can stop the Stilton family! We came up with a list of chores. Trap was in charge of getting the food. Thea gathered wood to light the fire. Benjamin made little skirts out of palm leaves so we'd have something to wear. Our clothes were soaking wet. And I built a shelter under a coconut tree. It was a hard day. The sun roasted my fur. The wind tangled my whiskers. My paws sprouted 1,000 blisters. Well, okay, maybe not 1,000 blisters, but you get the picture. It was hard work. I stared at the ocean. It looked so cool and inviting, but I was afraid. What if a shark attacked me? What if a jellyfish stung me? What if my grass skirt floated away? Just then, something plopped onto my head. Seconds later, there were more plops. Plop, plop, plop. The sky had filled with a swarm of birds. They looked just like seagulls. Squawk! 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 The birds called. Benjamin quickly handed out little umbrellas made of leaves. He was getting pretty good with those leaves. First the skirts, then the umbrellas. What next? Shirts? Neckties? Maybe someday Benjamin would grow up to be a designer. Never leave home without your Benjamin Stilton. Maybe he was onto something. I am rodent. Hear me squeak. Just then, another plop hit my umbrella. It reminded me of the guidebook on the Pirate Islands. It talked about the plop birds on an island called Thump Flop. I know where we are! I cried excitedly. We're on Thump Flop Island. I read about it in the guidebook. It said the island had plants and edible fruits. Thea grinned.
Good work, Jerry Berry,
she squeaked.
I guess it pays to have a book mouse for a brother sometimes.
I was about to remind her that my name is not Jerry Berry when I remembered something else. I had read a few more interesting things in that guidebook. In ancient times, pirates brought their gold and riches to the pirate islands. Many treasures are still buried there. There are also many ghosts on the islands. The ghost of the famous pirate Silverpaw wanders the beaches on the island of Thumpflop. His ship was said to have mysterious powers. It could appear and disappear in the blink of an eye. That night, I curled up in a big palm leaf to sleep. It wasn't easy. I kept thinking about pirates and ghosts and disappearing ships. Don't be such a scaredy mouse, I scolded myself. I sang a little song to give myself courage. I am brave, I am strong, I am rodent. Hear me squeak. My cousin Trap mimicked me in a sing-song voice.
I am brave, I am strong, I am rodent. Hear me snore.